Hey everyone, welcome to my video. Tonight's video is our pre-season turkey video. I'm probably going to do a pre-season turkey video every season for as long as I'm doing the YouTube videos. I just love spring gobbler season. It's a great time to be in the woods. It's a great time to see springtime come into our world and into the world of turkeys. So I live in Florida. I hunt in Florida. I hunt turkeys in Florida. So tonight we're going to talk about turkey hunting in Florida. They're already turkey hunting in South Florida, but I live in Central Florida. I live north of Orlando, live north of Orange County, and I hunt primarily in this area. So I'm going to give you some tips. I'm going to give you some tips on hunting in Florida. You can go hunting in South Florida and get you an Osceola, or you can go hunting in North Florida and get you an Eastern. To me, it really makes no difference. But anyway, I'm going to tell you tonight where you can go turkey hunting without a quota permit. A lot of the areas here that we turkey hunt require a quota permit, but there are a lot of areas that don't. And I am a quota permit holder, and I'll be hunting in the Ocala National Forest with my quota permit. I get the same quota permit every year. I apply in November. If you want a quota permit, that's when you need to apply. You'll need to go online and go to my FWC and apply for your quota permit. But I got my quota permit, and going to be going hunting there, and like I said, I apply for the same spot over and over and over again because that's where I hunt. I'm familiar with it. I know where the birds are. I feel like I stand a better chance than hopping around from one management area to another. So anyway, I've got all my stuff together here, and I'm going to go through it with you, and then I'm going to share with you where you too can go turkey hunting. As you saw in the last video, I got myself a new day pack, and I've loaded it with all my gear. So I thought I would just kind of show you what I take with me when I go turkey hunting, okay? So, most obvious, I take water. One of the biggest challenges hunting in Florida is it can get really, really warm. You can kill a bird in the middle of the day in Florida, but it really takes a special guy to get out there and to call and to hunt and to make his move in the heat of the day. There's no doubt, before the season's out, I'll experience 90-degree temperatures. That's just the way it is. Not too much you can do about it. Take your water, stay hydrated. It'll help you in the end, okay? So I got 2 bottles of water. That's where they go. I've got my bear repellent here. I really don't think I need it, but I always carry it. If a bear gets a little curious and gets too close to where I'm sitting, maybe my blind, maybe I'll just give him a little shot of pepper spray. Many of the management areas you don't need it because there's not too many bears. But in Ocala, there's a lot of bears. I always see 1 or 2 every time I go hunting. So just be advised that bears can be an issue on a turkey hunt. Alright, so again, this is my day pack. Those are the things that I carry. You may want to invest in a thermocell. Thermocell is great for keeping away the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can be bad down in the swamp. I hunt down in the swamp. I'm going to be hunting in the swamp where I killed my very first deer. It's in the same management area unit, the pipeline unit in Ocala. I'm going to hunt where I killed my first deer, and man, the mosquitoes are bad. So I'm going to be taking that with me. You should have one of those too. Invest in that. It doesn't do anything for the ticks and the chiggers, but you'll need bug repellent for that to keep the ticks off of you, okay? And I got a flashlight here and a compass. Even though I use a GPS, I always carry a compass with me. Know which direction the road is in. I consider myself a backcountry hunter. I need to carry all this stuff with me. That's why I don't like a turkey vest. I don't wear a turkey vest. I like the day pack. And then toilet paper for reasons we won't talk about. And here's my bug repellent. You'll need bug repellent. I always like to take the bug repellent and spray it on the ground where I'll be sitting. I don't hunt in a blind. I always hunt on the ground with my back to a tree. Alright, what else here? If I wanted to cut some palm fronds, and we've got lots of palm fronds in Florida, I'll cut palm fronds with a pair of clippers and make myself a little blind wherever I end up. And that's all that's in the utility portion of this bag. Let's see what we got up here. You'll be wanting to carry all this when you go turkey hunting, okay? You'll need to get yourself a backpack or a bag of some sort to carry this stuff. Alright, so I shoot heavy shot. These are my shotgun shells. We'll talk about those in a minute. You'll always need to have a mask, a face mask, because you don't want your face to shine like a full moon on a dark night. That's exactly what your face will look like if you don't wear a mask. Your face will look like a full moon on a dark night in the dark woods. Same with your hands. You'll always want to cover your hands with gloves because you don't want your hands to look like a mime on the street. You want to keep all of that covered. Those turkeys see your movement. They see the white hands. More gloves. I always carry an extra pair. All of that will be in this top bag. Gloves, face mask. When I set up, I wear my gloves and my face mask. Alright? We get down into the meat and potatoes in my bag here. I always carry food with me because I like to have snacks. I carry this Tupperware. I like carrying my sandwiches. What I like to cook is I like to cook pancakes. What I do is I'll cook pancakes the night before. And then when I get up in the morning, I'll cook up some bacon. And then I'll put peanut butter on my pancakes and then put the bacon between my pancakes and make a pancake, peanut, butter, and bacon sandwich. It's good stuff. My decoys. I carry decoys with me. And when I set up my decoys, I usually try and hide them. I know that doesn't make any sense. I usually don't want to see my decoys while I'm calling. I find them to be a bit of a distraction. But sometimes they'll give you a little bit of confidence. So I use these. I guess these are feather flex decoys. I like them. That's what I use. And they fit right down in that bag. So I got my sticks here. I don't like leaving them out in the open for a turkey to see them from a long distance either. I've had turkeys come out and see my decoys and turn right around and go the other way. I don't know why. I vow that will never happen again. So I hide my decoys. Not so they can't be seen, but so they can't be seen too easily. And then I've got this one here. It sets up just like that. So I got a Jake and a hen, and I hide them. I don't know, maybe I'm suffering from a disorder. But I'll take these decoys and I'll put them out, and I won't put them in plain sight. Alright? So, that's my gear. That's what I carry with me. The only thing that I didn't show you is my spot locator, which you've seen, and my GPS, and a good knife. I have all my turkey hunts, my hunting locations marked on my GPS, so when I get into an area, I'll just turn on my GPS and I'll know where I'm going. Okay? So, that's my new bag. That's my new backpack. That's all set up, ready to go. All of this goes inside there, and off I go. So I hunt with 2 shotguns, not at the same time, obviously. In case I take my nephew with me, I need another shotgun, so I take 2 shotguns. I have 2 shotguns that I use. This is my go-to shotgun. It is a Remington 1187. It's what they call a special purpose. It's a shotgun just like any other. It's a good shotgun. I've killed a lot of birds with it. I've got a rhino choke. I've got a full choke in it now. My nephew went deer hunting with me, and he shoots a shotgun when we deer hunt. He's going to be graduating to a rifle soon, but this is the gun that he hunts with, and he's coming real familiar with it. I killed a lot of birds with this gun. This rhino choke is a good choke. It's custom-made choke for this gun. All right, you should have a turkey choke too. So a good tight choke is important. And I've got the Ithaca Model 37. You don't need a fancy turkey gun to go turkey hunting. What you need is a good operating gun that you're familiar with. Being familiar with your shotgun is more important than what kind of shotgun it is. Okay? It's not really important to have all the camo and the special choke. It's not nearly important as knowing the effective range of your shotgun. This carries a 2 3/4 inch shell. I've got Magnum turkey loads for this gun that I shoot. I've got an old school poly choke on there, shoots a good tight pattern. But I know I've got to have a bird inside 25 yards if I want to kill him with this gun. This gun here, 35, 40 yards, maybe a little further. I've killed him a long way with that gun, especially with these shells, okay? These are the shells that I hunt with. They're Magnum blend, okay? They're 3-inch. They won't go in this gun. They're 3-inch shells. They've got a blend. They've got 5, 6, and 7s. What's that mean? It means that the shot sizes are mixed together. A 7 is a small size. A 6 is a little bigger. and a 5 is a little bigger. The lower the number, the bigger the shot. All right. So here's the thing. When you're shooting shotgun shells and it's got number 7 turkey load in it, if it's got straight number 7, you got more shot of smaller size. If you got 6, you've got less shot of larger size. And 5, even more so. Less shot of larger size. Okay? If you blend them all together, it gives you a little bit more of a chance. And that's all I want, is just a little bit more of a chance. Okay? I still want that bird in close. But these are good shells. They're very expensive, as shells go, in my opinion. But worth it. I've had nothing but success with these shells, and that's why I buy them. Okay, so that's my gear. Those are my decoys. Those are my guns. Know the effective range of your shotgun before you go hunting. Go out and pattern your gun. If all you do is get a Coke can and set it on a fence post, do it. Okay, it'll help you in the end. All right, so that's all of my gear. Those are my shotguns. I've got an article here from the Woods and Water magazine, okay? And featured in this magazine is yours truly. The FWC called me on the phone and asked me a little bit about quota permits and asked me a little bit about areas that I like to hunt. You should check it out. This is the March 2001 Woods and Water magazine. You get them at bait and tackle shops and hunting shops. You'll see them there in convenience stores. I'm featured there in the first chapter, okay, in the first paragraph. And we talk about quota permits. I've listed a few here. One of my favorite management areas to hunt is in North Florida. It's the Osceola National Forest. Why is it my favorite? It's my favorite because it doesn't require a quota permit. It's lots of swamp, lots of access with backcountry to boot. You can find you a bird in there, okay? It may take a while, but you can do it, all right? There are no Osceolas in the Osceola National Forest, okay? So if you're looking to kill an Osceola, you probably shouldn't go there. But if you want to kill a turkey, if you're turkey hunting and you don't care and you live near the Osceola National Forest, that's where you should be hunting. You can hunt there the whole season without a quota permit. You'll still need your hunting license. You'll still need your management area stamp. And you'll need a turkey permit, okay? You'll need that no matter where you hunt in Florida, all right? But J.W. Corbett Wildlife Management Area is another good one. 3 Lakes is excellent. Now you go down to 3 Lakes. I guess that's down in Osceola County. Osceola County has got Osceolas. If you want to go kill you an Osceola, pack up, head on down there. That's 3 Lakes Wildlife Management Area. And of course, I'm hunting in the Ocala National Forest with my quota permit. So when I get through hunting with my quota permit, I will hunt down in the Green Swamp. I'll go down in the Green Swamp and I'll hunt. So check out the Woods and Water magazine. Let's talk a little bit for a minute. Tactics at work. What tactics do I use to find turkeys? A lot of times what I'll need to do is I'll need to know what my hunting partners are doing. Now, my hunting partners are anybody that might go hunting that day. I don't want to ruin their hunt. I don't want to end up busting a bird that they're calling. I want to be courteous to all my fellow hunters. So I always look for vehicles. I look for where vehicles are parked, and I try to think about where they may be. Try to avoid them at all costs. I have my parking spots all picked out. And with that parking spot, I have a place to call, or I have a place that I can access a lot of woods. Maybe it's not a walking trail, but maybe a logging trail or a logging tram or a closed road. Anything that will get me in the back country where I could just walk. Maybe it's just a wood line. Maybe it's a big chop. You'll know it when you see it, and you'll be able to go out there and just ease through those places. Now, I turkey hunt with my ears as much as I do anything else. I listen for a gobbler. I got some calls here we're going to talk about. Keep my calls right in here. First one we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about a locator call. Now, where I live here in Fruitland Park, Florida, I have turkeys that live in the woods around here and in my neighborhood, okay? My wife and I, we go for our walks. We see a mature gobbler from time to time. I've got turkeys here, and I've only heard him gobble once this year, okay? We get up early in the morning, 6:30, and we get our dog and we go for our 1 mile walk around the loop. And I know that bird is here. And I know there are other birds here, but I haven't heard them gobble. That's a lesson that I need to put in my memory box, okay? I need to save that. I need to know that turkeys don't always gobble. I hear crows, I hear hawks, and I hear woodpeckers, and I hear owls, okay? And I listen for my gobbler. And I've only heard him once, and I know he's here. So going out in the woods and slamming on a locator call over and over and over again, while it might be, might work in some places, it doesn't always work for me. I've got one, I use it, but I don't go out and start slamming on it. I'd rather listen for the hawks, I'd rather listen for the crows, and see if one will respond. What I'm really looking for is I'm looking for a gobbler track. If I found a gobbler track somewhere, and I watch the weather, I know when the last time it was when it rained, when I go turkey hunting. So when I look in the soft sand and I see a turkey track, I can figure out just about how young or how old it is, okay? So I'll use it, but not as much as you might think. I'm not a real aggressive turkey hunter. I take kind of the subtle approach. Okay, so that's my locator call, and I use a slate call, something I really like. This is a Batty Primos. Man, I've had this slate call for 25, 30 years, man. It's always done. I don't know how you can improve on that. That's as good as it gets as far as I'm concerned. And then, of course, I've got my diaphragm calls that I use. Now, here's a tip that I'll leave you with. I'm going to finish out the video here. I never ever yelp at a gobbler to locate him. There's some people that do. Some people walk through the woods and they yelp, 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 expecting to get a response. What if that turkey doesn't gobble? What if he's wired? What if he's amped up and he comes running in, and there you are standing there in the road with your shotgun, not set up, not ready? For that very reason, I do not yelp to locate a turkey. If I really want to locate a turkey, again, I'm listening for the crows, and I'm listening for the hawks and the owls. When they sound off, I stop and listen, okay? As quiet as I possibly can be. They'll gobble at trains, they'll gobble at peacocks, they'll gobble at horns, they'll gobble at gunshots. When you hear these sounds, stop and listen. He'll give away his location. And I'll have it if I need it. If I don't hear a gobble, and I see a gobbler track, it's time for me to find a place to set up before the day gets away from me. I like to get set up and call early in the morning, no later than an hour after daylight. If I've been wandering an hour after daylight and I haven't heard any gobbles, I haven't set up anywhere, and I've heard the crows and I've heard the hawks, and I have found a gobbler track, I'm going to find a place to set up. I might even use my clippers here and make myself a little blind and marry myself to that spot, because once I start yelping on a diaphragm call, or once I start yelping on my slate call, if there's a bird that hears that, it's my belief that he'll come to it. If there's a bird that responds to that, I believe he's going to come to it. I have to believe that. That's why I'm there. If he gobbles and he doesn't come in, that's just the way it goes. I'm going to wait him out, okay? I abandon all notions of getting in front of a turkey, moving on a turkey, or trying to get closer to him. I've done it time and time again, and it's always ended badly. I never can really put my finger on a time when I chased down a turkey and killed it. All right? Maybe others have. I'm not that great at turkey. I do know this. If I never kill another turkey, I've killed more than my fair share, and if I never kill another one, it'll be okay. I've killed plenty of birds, but I've done it the soft and subtle way, just waiting for him to come in and see what happens, okay? If he gobbles at that and I hear him, I'm going to let him work it out, okay? If I move and then I call again, that might confuse him. That might throw a little confusion into the mix, and I don't want to throw any confusion into the mix. I have literally moved on birds, called to them, only to discover they were standing in the very spot where I called originally. Alright, so that's my lesson. Okay, so that's my gear. If you go to the Woods and Water, magazine, they've listed here in this article all of these management areas that don't require a quota permit, okay? You'll read up here in the first couple of chapters, first couple of paragraphs about my exploits on hunting, but here you'll read where you can go turkey hunting without a quota permit if you don't have one. Get one next year, apply in November and get you a quota permit, because turkey hunting is just so awesome, especially here in Florida. And it's tough. It's tough. The first time I took my nephew turkey hunting, I told him, I'm going to close with this. I told him, I said, I hunted the last turkey that I killed in Florida. I logged, I think it was like 18 hunts before I killed my first gobbler on public land in Florida. And let's see, I guess that was in the Green Swamp. I was going to say Ocala, but I think it was in the Green Swamp. And he was a really good bird, but I had to work hard for him, and I kept after it and kept after it and kept after it until things finally worked out. And I told my nephew, I said, look, man, I said, if you're willing to hunt 20 hunts before you kill your bird, we can go turkey hunting, but that's what you need to expect. It's tough. And he said, I'm in, man. I'm in. He's not got his bird yet, but I'm taking him with me. I'm going to try and put him on a bird. And we've had birds gobble but not come in. And I do everything I can to get him a bird. But he's a young kid, so he's got plenty of time to get it done. All right, so get the Woods and Water magazine. Double check all your equipment. Pattern your gun. Know the effective range. And use decoys if you feel like it. I don't know. I like them, but I'm not crazy about them. And looking forward to using my new backpack and bacon, pancake, peanut butter sandwich. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll talk to y'all soon. See you. Bye.